Hey there, Woo Ball fans. Make plans now to kick off the 2024 season at the first Waldorf Gridiron Club Golf Tournament, Friday, September 6th at the Gruis Golf Course. Start your home opener tailgating experience early by registering your 4-person team now at woogridironevents@gmail.com. Find the link in the show notes. It's just $150 for each team, and that includes meals. If you want to sponsor one of our 9 holes, you can do that too for just $300, which includes the team registration, meals, hole signage, and recognition. This is a fundraiser for the Gridiron Club, and all money raised goes straight to the Warrior football program. We'll start registration at 12:15, get a welcome from the coaches, and explain the tournament rules at 12:45, then off to a shotgun start to our scramble at 1 p.m. Think of it as a kickoff. It's just a 9-hole tournament, so there will be plenty of time for our evening meal, flight prizes, and pre-game camaraderie around 5 p.m. You can bring your own cart or rent them right there at the course. The Gruis Golf Course is located west of Forest City at 2724 360th Street in rural Buffalo Center. We can't wait to see you at the Waldorf Gridiron Club Golf Tournament September 6th. Get your team together and register today by emailing woogridironevents@gmail.com, and we'll get you taken care of. Go Warriors! Welcome to the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast, your home for all things football at Waldorf University, the best small college football experience in America. Hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson, from the secret bunker beneath Bullsdorf Field.
Welcome to this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast, folks. We're rolling right through our summer series. We've taken an in-depth study of those folks in the Cretans in Nebraska.
Yeah, the Cretans.
Yeah, that we also looked at those folks at Concordia over in the Seward.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got those, and this week we got a big one coming up.
So we had the Cretans and the Seawardens.
I like
that's
Wardens.
kind of
Yeah,
cool.
I like that.
Seawardens, yeah.
That almost makes them sound too cool. So
And this, in this town is the Yankers, the people that live there.
ooh.
I know a lot of Yankers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, we're going to be digging into Mount Marty University.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lancers out of Yankton, the Yankers.
That's right. Yankton, South Dakota. I'm pretty sure that's where Tom Brokaw's from.
Oh, yes, he is. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, great. Everybody
Well,
knows
they had
Tom Brokaw. It's kind of appropriate because last week was the D-Day. And, you know, he was the one that kind of coined the phrase of the greatest generation.
Greatest
with his
generation.
book. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, actually, there's some big names from Yankton. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, Tom Brokaw.
Tom Brokaw.
Remember this name? Lyle Alzado.
Yeah, he's from Yankton, South Dakota.
Yankton. I don't think he...
What?
Yeah, I think he might have been born there. I didn't
a good
really
football
look into
player.
it. Yeah, yeah.
And
of
not
course, we
bad
said
in the
Tom
movies.
Brokaw. Adam Vinatieri.
Really?
Really?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
And then the one that I was...
kicker.
Sorry. Oh, thank you very much, kicker.
He's a kicker.
Oh, yeah.
For those who don't know.
Did he win any Super Bowls?
For our audience who doesn't know.
Oh, that's true. They all know. And the coolest one is Lawrence Welk.
Yeah. I knew he was a South. I thought he was a North Dakota guy.
Well, he might have moved to North Dakota, but he was, the folks in Yankton claim him. They claim him. He may have been born there.
I was born in Yankton, and I was raised in Yankton. And by gum, I ain't gonna die in Yankton. my biscuit cutter. Or whatever. I can't remember the line.
I don't know. He nailed it, I think.
Yeah.
If not.
That's from Blazing Saddles. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Don't watch
I
You
haven't.
have summer homework.
I need to
Coach,
bring a notepad.
I got a notepad for you right here.
know.
Blazing Saddles.
You got
Mel
that
Brooks.
pocket computer sitting on the table. Just
I don't-
enter it into there.
I'm a big write it down guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
Yeah. Yeah, you can take it.
Sanskrit.
I'll let you keep
My
the paper.
favorite.
Yeah.
Wow,
Blazing
look at that. Blazing Saddles.
He rode
A
blazing saddle. He wore a shining star. And that movie
It's just
had
gonna be
Alex
movies.
Karras in it. That was
It did.
baseball.
Mongo.
Yeah, Iowa guy.
Yeah.
We talked about that at one time.
We did.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, yeah, Mount Marty University is a private Benedictine university named after the good old Saint Benedict.
No.
Yeah.
Saint Benedict.
Saint Benedict was the Benedictines that started the monks and everything. And then there was
What's it? Why would it be Marty though?
Well, you want me to go into that right away?
I do.
All right.
It makes no
So
sense.
in 1936, the bishop of the Dakota Territory was a gentleman.
Now,
by
was
the
that
name-
their bishop or was it?
He was a bishop. He was a Catholic bishop.
Okay, so he
over
wasn't
the Dakota Territory.
wasn't a Sioux bishop.
No, he wasn't. But anyway, in the 1870s,
Yeah.
the bishop was named Martin Marty.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
nice.
there you
That's
go.
a name.
So at first in the 1870s, he recruited the Sisters of Mercy, which was a convent there, to start a girls' school in Yankton.
Okay.
He asked the Benedictine sisters to resurrect an old convent, and soon began a nursing school and an academy for high school girls.
Those were his exact words. He was like,
Resurrect this.
sisters, yeah, resurrect. We need to resurrect this
Well, somebody listened,
church. Or
and the person that listened was Mother Jerome Smith.
Mother
kidding me.
Jerome.
Oh, Jerome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you? I'm not Catholic, so I don't know this. I've only watched movies. It seems like the sisters do have some manly names.
They could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sister Stephen Tyler and Sister Don Henley. You know what I mean? Like,
Sister Don Henley would be pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, Mother Jerome Smith started Mount Marty. It was a JUCO until 1951. And then in 1969, they became co-educational.
What?
They let men in, ruined the whole thing.
Did wreck it.
Yeah. And they didn't become Mount Marty University until 2020. But actually, like the current governor of South Dakota, Kristi Noem, actually attended Mount Marty.
I bet she did.
Yeah, she did. Said
She-
right here.
She attended Mount Marty. Did she graduate?
No, she didn't.
She just
not
went
from
there
Mount
for-
Marty.
She went there
Coffee.
for her own.
I
thing.
think she did. I think she went to like South Dakota State or something.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, but the school
Where they teach you
Huh?
how to shoot those dogs.
What?
You don't know about that?
No, enlighten. me.
Elaborate, please.
Oh, the governor of South Dakota, Kristi Noem, who's very attractive, I think, and she's very popular with a lot of the people.
She's a handsome woman.
She's a handsome woman, and she's
You could even-
very.
you could even
she's
call her
very
Jerome.
country. Like she's very like got a ranch. She and her husband like they're very. There's a video of her with like her staff gave her a flamethrower and she
wow.
was setting bales or things on fire on the ranch, and that sounds awesome. And gun owner and knows how to ride a horse, and I think she was like a horse riding like a barrel champion or something like all that stuff.
Hard worker.
So your typical South Dakota lady, probably.
Yeah.
That's what you'd expect to see with the Sisters of the Benedictines over at Mount Marty, probably. But also, she wrote a book recently because I think she thought she was going to be vice president, and there was talk of that. And in the book, she explained how she had to put one of her dogs down, and the dog was kind of misbehaving and had gotten
Oh,
some
okay.
chickens
At least it
and-
wasn't for fun.
it was. I don't think it was for fun, but she
Yeah.
has a couple of moments in there where she, probably presents herself as being a tough Midwestern woman and putting down the animal. And there's a lot of, look, our women are tough in the Midwest. We're very proud of them. And of course, if you grow up around agriculture, you understand, the relationship between animals. But I don't know if you're aware of this. Most of the population in the United States isn't here, and so they dress their dogs in sweaters.
Yeah.
and so this
Little rain boots.
Yeah.
So her dog was acting up, got sick, and she put a bullet.
He didn't get sick. He just wasn't
into the
hunting. He was scared. He wasn't a good hunting dog. He didn't listen and respond to commands, and then got after some chickens, and that was the end of it.
That was it. Hey,
She did it.
Get after
herself.
those chickens, man. It's
Yeah.
over.
hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
I mean, that's what
hey.
happens. So there you go. That's great. Okay, so the governor has gone there. Now you know.
Right. So anyway, Mount Marty has an enrollment of just over 1,000
Oh, that's
as of
pretty good.
2022. You know how much it costs?
48.
A little bit high, actually.
Really?
Yeah, their tuition's $31,500. Their
Oh,
And then here's the program support fees,
Mm-hmm.
$3,000, and they have a wellness fee. So
Okay.
for $100, you can be well. And then their housing and food is $9,800 for a grand total of $44,400.
Okay. Still-
Average price, and you know, I suppose they get money from Vatican to get that down
still getting a good deal at Waldorf, folks.
Yeah. Yep.
Although
all day.
they're close to to us. They're they might be the closest. We'll find out as we continue this series.
About 10 grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you travel out to Yankton, which you should, it's right there on the Nebraska border.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right, literally on the Nebraska border.
Right.
Yankton is. It was kind of the very far southeast South Dakota. It was kind of the first kind of capital of the Dakota territory.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. It is derived from the Dakota word Yankton, which means the end village.
The end
village?
Like the end of the state.
The end village.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. So that was from Dakota Sioux.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin's Point Dam. It's by the Lewis and Clark Lake, which the Gavin's Point Dam on the Missouri River created. So it's a beautiful lake and fishery. And I mean, haul your boat out there.
We should haul our boats out there for that.
Yeah. And then the third weekend in August, unfortunately, we're not going to be there then, but they have riverboat days.
Oh, what do they do then?
I don't know. I looked up their schedule and they don't have anything. They bring in some lesser known country artists and play music, and I suppose they drink beer.
Are there boats involved?
There should be.
It'd be funny if there wasn't.
We did move the game back. That's
yeah.
We probably should have started with that. 3:30 now.
Okay.
3:30.
How far away is Yankton, South Dakota?
I think it's
I didn't get a mileage off this one. I had it on my first one.
I think it's 4 hours.
Okay, they're looking it up right now.
Yeah.
There is have you fished that
No,
Lewis and Clark Lake?
I have not fished.
So because they're on the Missouri River. That is one of the marketing catchphrases for Mount Marty is that it's a beautiful Benedictine college on the overlooking the Missouri River, and of course Lewis and Clark used the Missouri River to get to find the Northwest Passage, really, which was what
they were looking for.
Oh, they didn't find it?
No,
they did.
Yeah,
it's 187 miles.
I have 220 from Forest City to Yankton. I could be wrong. I was wrong once. It was a tough.
So
I was wrong.
It's
220.
It's a few hours, huh?
Yeah,
3.5, 350.
And so you said the game now is at 3:30.
3:30. Yep.
And so
we don't have to stay overnight.
No.
Yeah, so Yankton's also the home of the National Field Archery Association. They moved out of California to go out to Yankton,
Is that right?
Well, yeah, I mean, the taxes in California are just crazy.
For the archers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe
Big taxes.
Instead of the Lancers, maybe they should have been the Archers. Do you suppose they were the Lancers because of their affinity toward the nursing side of... Because that's a big thing that Mount Marty does is nursing.
Yeah. So I like the fact that they've got a nursing school there. I mean, that's part of their deal. I feel like Waldorf should start. I mean, people are going into nursing.
Well, dude, I'll tell you what, they probably have their staff, their athletic training staff. There's probably about 15 people on the sidelines.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it wouldn't be. Bunch of nurses.
Yeah. Speaking of nurses, though, it's funny you brought that up. Here's a story recently. Because I follow these, I just looked it up. From the Dakota Scout, a former Mount Marty nursing student loses a discrimination claim over low grades.
Oh, no.
So this is funny to me.
Yeah.
And apparently, so this student was kicked out of school for his grades.
Okay.
Cannot sue the school for discrimination or emotional damages, according to a federal judge. Can't do that. And yeah, the kid. I don't need to name him, but but they have he
That'll be good.
Smith brought it under the claim of. His suit was under Article 3 of the Americans with Disabilities Act. So I don't know if I'm not going to read the rest of the article. I'm just going to imagine what happened. Apparently, I don't think he has an ADA claim here because I think he's saying that he was dumb and that's a disability. And so because he got C's, they kicked him out of the class.
So I would rather tell somebody, look, I didn't apply myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go to class. I didn't study.
He could have a learning disability, and I'm just making fun of I didn't say his name.
No, well, you said his last name.
You did say it once.
Which is okay.
Well,
what did I say?
Smith.
See, you said it.
As well as you.
Doxing. Okay, all right.
So I guess I would rather say something about, well, I didn't apply myself and they kicked me out. I need to work harder rather than I'm kind of stupid.
Yeah,
and maybe I shouldn't kick me out of no class.
I'm sure nursing
rolling in
hard,
here.
though. I'm sure
rolling in here with a. I mean, it's not funny, but come on now. It's a little.
We are laughing
It's
about
a little
it.
bit funny.
It's kind of funny.
How do you roll up that way?
Let's think about it though. He got C's and
Yeah.
he was removed from the class. There's obviously a high academic standard
That's what I'm saying.
at Mount
Good
Marty.
for them.
So yeah, good on you, Mount Marty.
Because C is supposed to be average. Like you should be getting C's.
You want your nurses to be above
at the
average.
you should be like, well, somebody's getting, theoretically half the people are getting less than C's and half the people are getting more than C's. If you're getting a C, you're just like right there in the middle. You're at the top of the bell curve. So you should be just happy about that. But no.
See, Mom? See?
Yeah, see
Yeah.
your way through.
I didn't, I wasn't exceptional.
Right. But they kicked him out for that.
Wow.
So they're clearly not going off of the C as an average.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably
All right.
a B minus.
Yeah. There might be another philosophy of how grading works.
I'm sorry, son. C's don't get degrees here at Mount Marty.
They smacked him on the knuckles with a ruler. Is that how they? Schwack.
I don't know. I remember when I was very young, visited my mom's aunt and uncle out in Cerritos, California, which is near Long Beach. And one of the guys that lived next door, he was a couple years older than me, and he got moved into a Catholic school. And he told me, and this was probably a sign of the decline of the California as a society, because he said, man, in this school, if the teachers hit you, you can't even hit them back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm thinking, I'm an Iowa kid thinking, hit them back.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't hit teachers back.
like I had Paul Olson as a principal.
PC. Yeah.
Yeah. I still can't do it. Can't utter those two letters out of my mouth in reference to that man.
Yeah.
There's too much respect in my world for an amazing human being.
He held that school together.
Mm-hmm.
Ruled with an iron claw.
Absolutely. Flat top haircut. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claw.
Yeah. He's great.
So apparently they're still holding the standards up over there in South Dakota at the old Mount
something
Marty.
happened because for 103 years, Yankton College was in the city from 1881 to 1984, and it went defunct. So, of course, like most educational institutions, they sold to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and it became the federal prison camp at Yankton, like 600 inmates there.
What?
Yeah.
It was a prison?
Yeah. Well, it is a prison now. It was Yankton College.
Oh.
Yeah, till 84, and then the Federal Bureau of Prisons took it over. So it's a camp. If you you tell your little meth head kid you want to go to camp,
Yes.
there's the federal
Send
prison
it to
camp.
Yankton.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That just seems very, we talked about a time capsule in that one town. Was that Seward?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they got a
Seward
time
has
capsule.
the world's largest time capsule.
I think that apparently you can view the chapel is open for the school there. And it's apparently very, very moving, very beautiful chapel. I don't know if it's a cathedral.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's quite nice. People talk about it on the Google Maps and stuff.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I didn't really look at like TripAdvisor to see what to look for in
In Yankton?
Yeah.
Well,
If you go to their high school and you're cheering on their high school athletic teams, if you're going to cheer on the boys' athletic teams, you're cheering on the Bucks, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you suppose the girls' athletic teams are called?
the Does.
No, the Gazelles.
That's cool.
Kind of. I mean,
They run fast, right? It's a good animal.
I
It's a good
suppose,
animal.
But like, at least they're not the Buckets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because there was for so many years, starting in like the 60s and 70s.
I hope they're all gazelles. You know how you get there and it's like you're freshman 15 and oh Lord.
Well, it's the Lancers. Do you suppose for a while at Mount Marty, their athletic team were the Lancettes?
Ooh.
Right? That's the little thing you take blood with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be appropriate.
It would be completely.
I like it when they put the ets on things.
I
You
don't.
don't just like the Lady Lancers? Is that
Oh, that's got alliteration.
is that not?
Yeah.
Is that not what they are?
Well, because, like the old North Iowa Conference, that
Bisonettes.
no, it was Lady Bison.
Oh, that's the lady bison.
It was the Indianettes.
Indianettes.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. There was never an Indianette. They were just squaws.
That really wouldn't have gone over.
I think it would have been awesome. It would have been so awesome. 6-on-6 basketball.
Yeah. They played 6-on-6
I know.
when I was in high school.
I know. But then you'd be like,
Beat
Anyway.
the squaws. That doesn't come off well.
no. The Eagles, the West Hancock, that's where
McCoy
Yeakel came from. And but I think they were the Eagleettes. No.
They were, yeah. They were the Eagleettes.
They put the Ets on everything.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you don't like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't care for it. I think
Yeah.
was Osage the She Devils instead of the Green Devils, or
Well, that I don't remember.
I don't either.
The She Devils.
I don't think
That
it
actually
was.
sounds pretty bad.
Well, yeah,
It could have been the Banshees. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't that what a banshee is? Just a screaming she-devil?
I don't know. Dated a few of those back in the day.
See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Were they from Mitchell County?
They were not from Osage.
Okay, well, it's a bit of a drive anyway. 50 miles, too far to date. I think that, so these are the
Lancers.
They're all the Lancers.
They're the Lancers. There's no Lancettes.
There's no
But
lady.
Were they?
There's no lady.
That's a
Lancers.
question. I don't. Maybe we could get there early and go into their archives. They have to have archives. They're
Yeah.
Catholic, for the love of Pete.
We pull up in the vehicle that we stole from Seward,
Oh yeah,
and we
75 Vega, baby.
and we roll in, and we're like,
Repaint it.
I'd like to
purple.
see the archives, and we're all dressed.
In that leisure
Men
suit?
in Black, baby.
Either like that in the if we had those leisure suits also that we stole maybe from Seward, that would be awesome.
Oh, we buy them in the online auction.
Yeah, could do that.
We got to buy that Vega.
But what if we dressed like Tom Hanks, and we were just in the Da Vinci Code, like we all show up and like, I'd like to see the archives. I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Yeah, I'm
think
down.
they like the Da Vinci Code out there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think I watched the movie once and I probably fell asleep.
we could
through
take a survey.
I think we could. So yeah, there's not a lot of information, to be honest. It's like you look at Mount Marty.
Kind of cloistered with their information a little bit.
That's
So going back a little bit, when it was Yankton College,
yeah.
was there Yankton College and Mount Marty?
Yes, there was.
Oh.
So
And
Yankton,
so then Yankton College
Mount Marty stayed the course.
turned into a prison camp.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
right.
Mount Marty.
I had that conflicted.
Yeah.
It all makes
I
sense
thought-
now. I got them separated.
Yeah, no,
They're two different things.
Yankton
Yeah,
College
yeah.
was a different institution entirely, and it
How big is Yankton?
15,000 people.
Yeah.
You got two colleges.
Dude, I bet they got a Walmart.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore, but
You know what? Do you suppose they're big enough to have?
Remember how easy it was? We find out how easy it is to start a college back in the day.
Let's do it here.
They're just like, let's
In the
start a
bunker.
college, and 3 days later, we got one.
Exactly. Hey, this hotel went belly.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we start a college?
I mean, that seems to be they could almost
As long as there's a railway,
Mm.
right? As long as there's a railway, you could do it.
Yeah, we're
That's
all
what
on
I'm
the
saying.
rail.
Like the GPAC or maybe the whole NAIA could all just be like, it's easy to start a college.
You just need a train and a hotel.
Anyway, they have been doing better. Another news story, news flash for you here.
Okay.
I mean, in the last 6 years, they've seen an uptick in enrollment and growth. They've been growing steadily for the last 6 years.
Well, that's good.
And here's a
Does
quote
it say
from a
why?
student,
Oh,
an aware student who's he says, "My class that I came in with, we kind of notice." I don't know. That's how he talks.
use a voice.
My class that I came in with, we kind of noticed, dang, there's a lot of people. Seems a little bit more than our class when we came in. Then this year, even more. So it's awesome to see.
Oh,
Direct
Wow.
quote.
this is good to see.
Direct quote.
It is good to see.
So they got 1,000 residential students.
It says enrollment's 1,080 as of 2022. So according to this character, it probably went up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it went up 5%.
ooh,
That's good growth for a college.
yeah, that's real
That's
good.
It says so. The details, the total number of students, undergraduate and graduates, now sits at 926, and actually that's the 7th year in a row the university has added to its enrollment, and this is from last fall. So, we'll see.
Well, and that, again,
So
that,
they're adding their, yeah. That's,
But the guy that I quoted, and it was a guy, that is the voice of a football team player and an exercise science major. So
Yeah.
we will be checking out
Well, and they're still big into nursing there. That's still kind of that they're churning out nurses and saving lives. I mean, you can't say anything bad about that, can you?
No, that's and I think including Waldorf, everybody wants to be on the uptick. You want to go get to that 1,000 mark. I mean, that's about as much as you'd want to be probably. Their president, Mount Marty University president's name is Mark Long, but he spells his name with a C. Mark
Mars.
Yeah,
Mars.
It's like
maybe
Spanish.
Is it Mark or is it Marcus with the C?
I don't know.
Do you feel?
I hope I meet him.
That, and there's 2 examples I'll give with this. Do you feel that the C makes the mark more aggressive or less aggressive?
Less. Because
like
let's be honest.
Like Carl, right? Carl with a K, obnoxious. Carl with a C,
good human.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he might rip your throat out. Not with the K.
No, with a K. Well, like Carl Weathers, though, that was with a C.
Oh, yeah.
And he was kind of,
He's Carl Weathers.
Carl Malone.
Yeah.
Carl Malone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Carl with a K. That's kind of.
Let's go back to, so if Mark with a C.
Yeah.
Because let's go to like Mark Wahlberg with a K. And he, as an artist, as a music recording artist, he was Marky Mark. If you use the same principle, let's say this Mark Long was a recording artist, he would be Marcy.
Yeah, Marcy.
See?
Yeah.
So it's Mars.
Yeah, Mars. Correct.
Yep.
Well, I guess when we get to campus, folks, we want to make sure we meet the president. We say hello, Mars. And
my name's Mark. Whatever, Marcy.
You say so.
Yeah. Exactly. Your parents wanted a girl.
All right. So we've offended pretty much the Catholics, the Sioux.
I don't know if we've gone after
the Sioux natives.
Well, no, that's one of the things that's not a line we'll cross.
We won't.
I mean, and because like
I just asked if they had their own bishop, and clearly they didn't.
Back in 1870,
South Dakota.
Well,
bishop.
it's the Dakota Territory at the time in the 1870s. It was before
but he wasn't Dakota.
No, he was not Dakota.
Yeah.
He was Mount Marty.
Yeah.
And so they named the university after him after there was a treaty to decide that the U.S.
That was air quote sound when Andy
Yeah.
does that. You can't see it.
Yeah. A treaty to take over the lands.
Right.
Tell you what, we're going to give you a couple mirrors and what do you think, like 7 bottles of whiskey? And I'll tell you what.
He was probably
We're going to go ahead and take most of your land, but we're going to have this really nice place for you guys to stay. We're going to call it a reservation, and it's not like we're stealing your land or anything like that.
No. You can keep the west side. You can keep the Badlands. We don't want
Exactly. But if you guys come out of there, we might have to send the army in and slaughter everybody there.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then we'll put 4 carvings of the Great White Father in your most holiest mountain of the entire Sioux. Come on.
Yeah, that's I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole,
right?
Because I have very strong opinions about.
Clearly, we're more in favor of the Lancers as far as a name, or the Bison, or the like Okoboji out here. They're the pioneers, and right across the lake is the Indians. Yeah, and we should have been
heavily populated with indigenous folk.
Yeah, not at all over the what.
Well, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, until
Not
we had
anymore.
some other treaty.
Yeah, more treaties.
Where are these treaties?
They're in the archives.
I mean, in the archives. Maybe at Mount Marty. We got to
go see the archives.
Got to get to the archives. We noticed that there's a little codicil in here that says if you guys don't win more than 3 football games.
There's there's all these Catholic secret documents down there that the Lutherans would be super interested in actually getting their hands on. And we're like, no. What's this over here? What's this? What's this say? It looks like this land actually does belong to the Sioux still. That treaty was never, they're like, hide that one.
Don't. Yeah.
All right.
Well, so anyway, let's get on to their football team a little bit.
Talk a little bit about football.
See if we can't offend them. Head coach, John, I think is it Micheletti? I'm not sure.
I think it's Micheletti.
Yeah, anyway, so he was 2021, it said he was promoted to head coach. Previously he was the associate head coach and defensive coordinator. I'm noticing a theme that a lot of these schools here in the GPAC, their coaches are defensive guys. Their head coaches are defensive guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was previously in Kansas Wesleyan in Salina, Kansas. He was also before that. He's a native of Rock Island, Illinois, so of course he played for and coached at St. Ambrose, which we know a few things about.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like the guy that does the You Betcha stuff on YouTube.
Oh, really? I didn't think so. I thought he's a young guy.
Yeah, he is
Okay.
a young guy. Check it out.
Oh, I will.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
Well,
Well,
so
he's very funny, so hopefully he finds that funny.
Yeah.
What I just said.
Yeah, and so he was the defensive backs coach at St. Ambrose for 2 years, and he was also the strength and conditioning coach.
Oh, he doesn't.
He played defensive back at St. Ambrose. He was a 2-time all-conference safety.
I don't know who that picture
So,
is.
hey, sounds like this is the theme of the GPAC coaching staff.
All right, Andy, I was way off. John Micheletti,
Mm-hmm.
he does not look like the guy that I just...
Not at all.
No, not at all.
No.
Maybe I was thinking of Chasen Gempler, who was an assistant coach. All I was going by on their football homepage, they have two like
That new coach.
this dude,
Yeah, the one they just hired.
Jacob Weebelhaus.
Oh, yeah. Well, Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Perfect.
He doesn't have a bio yet.
No, he's been not been there too long.
All right.
So last year, the Lancers, they went 3-8. They beat Culver Stockton, and that was a non-conference game, and then they beat Briarcliff and Midland. So yeah, weird. What a
Yeah.
competitive conference.
Every single week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we play the games, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So yeah, looking forward to getting out to Yankton. What do you call the people from Yankton? Yanktonites?
Yankees?
Ooh. I think it's Yanktonite.
I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like kryptonite.
I know they're not going by Yankers. There's no way that's...
There, yeah.
That would not be.
I bet they did for a period, and they're like, this is the best name. And then as things change...
Yeah, the society changed and
Yeah.
people started making fun of them. We didn't say that.
No.
No.
Yeah.
We're the Yanktonites. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's kind of Mount Marty at this point. As far as what I got, I'm sure Troy he's pouring over the interwebs right now.
Well, I was looking at the Mount. See, there's a picture of that's their
their
chapel.
campus is
The
right
chapel.
down on the river.
Beautiful, right on the Missouri
Yeah.
River.
Do you think they
Beautiful.
have chapel? Like they have?
Yeah. Oh,
to go
they
to chapel?
definitely go to chapel.
Yeah.
Well, they actually have to. I was looking a little bit through the college website, and there's like certain courses you absolutely have
Yeah.
to take.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like back in the day, and I suppose still to some degree here at Waldorf, you know, we had to take out of your 4 semesters when it was a JUCO, you had to take 3 semesters of religion class.
Yeah.
Dr. Hamry. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Hamry was a,
Yeah. I think we still have 2. Our kids have to take religion class.
religion and humanities.
They could take a few more.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Everyone can probably
Right.
Well, sure.
nowadays.
We could all use a little bit of extra religion in our life.
Yeah.
They seem to have a fairly young staff, though. I think I know their defensive coordinator,
Yeah.
Yeah, who's that?
Okay.
Ryan Grace. He was I think he played at Grandview actually.
Oh, wow. Down in Des Moines.
Yeah, but he was a California junior college kid.
Brian Grace was
Yeah.
the coordinator. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says here he was from Salinas,
Salina.
California.
Oh, Salinas, California.
Salinas, California.
Because they recruit heavily out in California.
Okay.
As do we.
We do. Yeah.
He went to USD. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
University of San Domingo.
No, South Dakota.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah.
That was real close.
And he did play at Grandview.
Played
Correct.
Safety.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
2-year starter at the Grandview.
Well, and Grandview's had a good program.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in the Heart of America.
Heart of America.
Yeah, they're in the North Division, down in there with some of those other schools like Benedictine, which is another Benedictine school down in Atchison, Kansas.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the home to Callie Finley, the former head coach's wife.
And we talked about this before we started recording.
Oh,
We talked
yes.
about the Benedictine sisters that this college that were, Mount Marty, the whole university is of the Benedictine order. And we say Benedictine, but she was adamant that it was Benedictine.
And her husband said, yeah, it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He heard it both ways.
Well, sure. Yep.
Yeah. And she's a nurse, now a doctor of nursing.
And a side note, I guess the longtime head coach from Benedictine, that really saw them through a lot, passed away recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so on off
Yeah, I
our
saw that.
condolences.
Yeah.
And he influenced a lot of lives.
Yeah.
So Coach Pop.
Yeah, he was actually the offensive line coach.
Oh, really?
Coach Wilcox was the head coach.
Okay.
They kind of built that thing together.
All
he
right.
was there as long as Coach Wilcox was.
Okay.
Yeah, it's anytime something like that happens, not just for your football team, but I'm sure living there long enough, the community, they felt that.
Oh, absolutely. You get those longtime coaches that, they become staples of the community. And, and so, our heart goes out to the university and the family. That's it's always a tough thing. And Will and Callie, if you're listening, we got your back up here in old Tree Town, good old Forest City.
That's
You should
right.
come back and see us sometime. Yeah,
They have. We've seen them a couple.
Well, yeah,
they came to
but
a game last.
I hear rumors of
Callie
a
did.
July 4th visit.
Oh,
is
yeah.
what
Oh, I hear.
rumors of.
Oh, well, geez.
So,
Well, that smells like.
So are you guys going to have a party or something
Clear
that
Lake.
I'm not going to get invited to?
oh, you're invited. Troy, we'll have it here.
I'm not. Oh, it'll be here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna invite myself.
You're still not invited.
No. Pretty sure he's not there.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Heidi,
I know the code.
is Troy gone this weekend?
Nice.
Because, we're thinking about having a
Because the
party.
bunker's open.
The bunker's open. We need to play some basketball.
That's always a good idea.
Yeah. Hey, out of nowhere, not to turn the subject from a sad story to one that.
That's
fills
all
you
right.
up. But when you roll on into Yankton there, you want to make sure. So one of the sponsors, I guess we're not doing an ad for them, but you always want to, I like pizza and I love chicken. I feel like that's the thing that, in my opinion, like with Pizza Ranch,
They should be calling it Chicken Ranch.
they should be calling it Chicken Ranch, and they know that. They've even started making
Yeah.
like funny tweets about it and
Yep.
things like that. I love good chicken. And so one of the places that sponsors their football page, and maybe it's just like Waldorf where it's, just like the whole athletic site. I really didn't look at the other teams, but Boss's Pizza and Chicken claims to be the best pizza and chicken in Yankton. So keep that in mind if we travel out there.
So it's the best pizza and chicken in Yankton.
Both. That's a big. That
it says it right there. They wouldn't lie on their website.
Well, I know.
That picture does look good.
The
but
best
then,
pizza and
but
chicken.
then is there a better chicken place and a better pizza place? But like then we got both, and we're the best chicken and pizza place.
It's a locally owned restaurant and keyword bar serving up some of the best specialty pizzas, appetizers, roasted chicken in Yankton.
Yeah.
They have a selection. Fantastic selection of beers and especially craft drinks.
What's it called? Bosses?
Bosses.
That's a great name.
That is a
Yes.
good name,
I was-
especially if you're going to claim to have the best of something.
Right.
I was
things.
I was
And
golfing.
also, if your wife has never met your boss, you'd be like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm at the boss's
boss's
place right
house.
now."
we golfed up in
Hard day.
we golfed up in the La Crosse area this weekend this last weekend with some buddies of mine, some high school boys that
Yeah.
we've been friends for a million years, and we get together once a year and play golf and shenanigans and act like we're 14 again. And we got done golfing at this place in Hoka, Minnesota, and we were talking to the barkeep and said, "Is there like a good bar in Hoka that we got to go to?" And based off the name only, she said, "Well, there's a place downtown called Hummers."
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the first question we have is, do they have T-shirts?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they have T-shirts. So we went there. They didn't have T-shirts.
No T-shirts.
No T-shirts.
You guys are disappointed.
Well, so we only stayed about 3 hours,
Yeah.
but yeah, we got to know
3
it.
hours is good. You get to know people that way.
Well, right,
Like a
and
podcast, but different.
still, and we're too old to really get
Right.
into the really stupid stuff.
Right.
So, but we tried. We
Yeah.
really did.
Good for you guys.
That
Yeah.
chicken picture does look good, but why would you put a bad picture up on your website? So
Exactly.
looks like the
It's like a highlight film, right?
Yeah,
You're
the
The
like
skin
best
hanging
player ever.
off, and
Yeah.
kind of pink underneath. Like, sorry, we don't like to overcook it.
Yeah. All right. Well, enough of that. But they do have.
Boss's Chicken and Pizza.
stuff. They got a shrimp Alfredo pizza.
Now, so do you guys
Shouldn't have seafood.
Okay.
have a designated pizza night in
Like-
your family?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
No, I'm only allowed to eat pizza once a month now because I'll eat it all the time.
Yeah.
Pizza is by far the greatest food stuff ever.
Absolutely.
I love it.
And so in order for my wife to appease me, Friday night's pizza night.
Okay.
And so tomorrow night is going to be Portside Pizza from Portside Pizza Pub in Arnold's Park, Iowa. And looking forward to it. They have a thing called Bang Bang Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is delicious. Yeah, it's.
I mean, that sounds like a good idea because we are
Yeah.
kind of like random on the pizza. Just
Well, it takes one night off the table. It takes a night off the table, and you know that Friday night's pizza night, and by golly, we stick to it.
At this point in my life, this time of the year, it's like I eat a lot of hot dogs. Like,
Oh, I suppose.
you know what I mean?
You guys are on the run a lot. So
lot
the
of
pizza
hot
that
dogs.
we made a couple days ago was a flatbread
Nice.
with homemade kind of Alfredo garlicky
Yep.
sauce.
Mm.
With the toppings were zucchini and tomato.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So we're getting more into that kind of
So
stuff. Which
when I make we buy this Alfredo
is
sauce.
good.
That's a bacon Alfredo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
yeah.
And you can only find it in certain places, and so we always pick up a jar of it because we'll make a homemade pizza crust, and then we put the Alfredo on it, and then I always like to do like onions, black olives, feta cheese, banana peppers, a little bit of chicken, a bunch of spinach, and like 3 or 4 kinds of cheese on it. And,
Making me hungry.
well, yeah, it's not easy, not hard to make me hungry. Yeah, so we really need to get a big crowd out to Yankton, only 220 miles away. You know, that's a 3.5 hour drive, give or take. You know, take I-90 over, whatever.
3:30 kickoff.
3:30 kickoff, so you can actually get up, mow the lawn, and out you go.
Yep.
Because it's our 4th game of the season.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Because we and that's our last travel game.
It is.
Because-
no, Briarcliff.
Well, our last travel game of the first 4 games.
Yes,
because
yes,
we
yes,
have
yes.
we travel, we're home,
Gotcha.
2 travels, and then we have a long homestand.
Yes.
Which is
Which will be good for us.
Mm.
But so, talking about the GPAC as a whole, we only have one overnight game this year.
Really, where's
we
that?
have Briarcliff.
Briarcliff.
Yeah. Which it seems a little weird because it's just Sioux City, but
Yeah. Are you staying at the Warrior?
we're not. We could. We haven't actually booked the hotel
Well,
yet.
see, don't be speaking out of turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really should. You should see if, hey, we're the Waldorf Warriors.
Yeah.
And we're going to come
We
in.
got
here.
80 people.
You know what? You can we'll put on our jerseys and you can take a picture of us in there for just a mere $25,000.
We should give a charter bus, like a purple charter bus. That'd be cool.
I think so. And that's when we buy that Vega from
And it leads the
Seward.
Seward.
It's our security detail.
Yeah, when
Like
we
a flashing light, purple flashing light.
ooh, so now you're talking.
Yeah.
So what we do is we paint it purple if it's not already.
Yeah.
Purple with Waldorf stuff all over it, the big dub on the hood.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
It
wait.
can lead us out of the
What
tunnel.
do you think a 1975 Vega gets for the fuel mileage there?
Probably about 65 miles a gallon. It's before the fuel standards came out.
Nice.
I have no idea.
I was going to say 7 miles to the gallon.
Well, either way,
We'll drive with our sunglasses on.
yeah, windows down.
Hit it.
Let's go.
That's right.
Get a half a pack of cigarettes.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, killing it.
Right.
Absolutely killing it. So one of the things I wanted to bring up, because we have a longtime listener here on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I told this gentleman, we actually had a story about this individual. And I happened to work in the same building as him. And he came into me and said, "Hey, I listened to the podcast." I said, "Yeah." And he said, you thought it was like your sophomore or junior year? So what? He's like, the Fly Knowlton story. If you've been listening to the podcast,
Yeah. Right.
you listen, there's a great guy, fan of the show. His name's Bill Knowlton.
Yeah.
He graduated a year prior to me from Forest City High School. It was actually his 10th grade season, my freshman season, and we were playing Buffalo Center Rake, and we were up by like 60, and he stuck on the 89 jersey, went out, and the play was Fly Knowlton. He didn't make the connection, but the reason that he got to do that was because our head coach at the time for our sophomore team was a wonderful individual by the name of Frank Munch. Well, he was gone. I don't know. He might have been after one of his heart attacks, but he also, so the assistant coach was Dennis McDonald of Forest City baseball fame.
Yeah.
And he let him do it. And apparently coach got in a lot of trouble for putting a lineman in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious. And I'm glad that happened for his memories. But yeah, that would
That would raise some eyebrows.
oh, yeah.
But you can do what you want. Football team's yours, right?
Ken. Don't think I'd want to do that though.
So if like last year, if you would have thought Liam Stone had a chance running across the middle, you could have put him in an 82 jersey and boom, right there.
We keep
Bring him down.
We keep extra jerseys on the sideline.
Yes, we do.
For that reason.
Yeah, just in case Liam Stone needs
or
to.
Austin Erdman's jersey rips mid-game. And
and then my mom fixed that.
Yeah.
So whoever's wearing 45 in the practice jerseys now has a nice jersey to wear. Yeah, which is always good.
Boy, I tell you what, we're going to miss the snagging paddlefish season out there. Which,
what?
Yeah, starts October 1st. We're going to be there just the week before. Yeah.
Well, maybe we could do one on rod and reel.
You can boat. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
I'm sorry, but if I'm going out to Yankton and I take my boat, I don't know if I'm going to make kickoff or pregame.
Just live stream it.
Well, I usually have a job to do if I go with the team, coach.
All right.
You give me.
I'll give you one day.
You give me a day off.
I'll give you one day.
That's awesome. Wow,
Let's call it a mental health day.
Gracious.
Yeah, they got some good fishing out there, like you mentioned.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All up the Mississippi River where they've dammed it for all sorts of different reasons, water supply and I suppose power in places.
I think that's why Tom Brokaw's dad moved to Yankton, was to when they were building that
Gavin's Point,
when they were building that reservoir or whatever, that dam, that lake.
Yeah, at the Lewis and Clark Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there in Yankton, South Dakota, home of the Yankers or the Gazelles. Either way.
Well, I'm just reviewing a few other things here, but I can tell folks about the once again. So Yankton is kind of it's a standalone community. It's not like there's some of these other places where we're going where we're 20 minutes away from a bigger city where Lincoln can be more options like Lincoln. Mm-hmm. So Mount Marty is obviously in Yankton. We're going to be playing at Youngworth Stadium, which is what they call it. And there are some pretty good options out there. Fairfield Inn and Suites, Holiday Inn Express, Best Western, Kelly Inn. That's one word, Best Western Kelly Inn.
We could drive a Winnebago.
For some of our fans, I recommend the Econo Lodge. We got the Yankton Inn, we got Riverfront Hotel, and then the Comfort Inn as well. So
wait a minute.
Yeah.
For our fans, you'd recommend the Econo.
For some of our fans.
Oh.
They know who they are.
Okay.
There's somebody listening to this going like, "Thank God they said the Econo Lodge. I got the points for the Econo."
Fairfield Inn. Well, you're talking old money.
Yeah, old money. Fairfield
exactly.
And the Econo Lodge. Yeah, right. They got the Holiday and then the Best Western. Remember when the Best Western was like?
Oh yeah.
I remember when Waterloo had built the new Best Western. Oh no, that was a Ramada. Remember when like Ramada was a big deal?
Oh yeah, that was the epitome of
staying at the Ramada. Are you? Ooh, wow. Turning it up now. He's like staying at the Ramada.
Well, yeah. Then
is everything okay?
Yeah, you're doing all right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you need any help?
You need a good bankruptcy lawyer.
Yeah. Here's $5. You okay?
Sorry, Ramada.
Yeah, no doubt.
We were going to sponsor Warrior football. Yeah. Forget it now. It's over.
Well, yeah, and remember back in the day where you'd go down to Des Moines and go to the Holiday Inn Holidome.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the airport Holiday Inn?
Yes.
She's still standing, too.
It is still standing. And the National Guard, I can tell you, does a lot of events down there because the one thing about the Holidome that I will say is pretty amazing is that with that huge circle of rooms all the way around there, the National Guard will rent out all those rooms and like all of the different units and commands will have one of those baseline rooms and they're all got those sliding doors. Yep. And it's just one giant go from one room to the next with, just to get to know people.
Sure.
It's like bar hopping.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, but lots of places to stay in Yankton, actually. It sounds really beautiful. I'm looking forward to going. I've never been to Yankton, South.
I've not, no. I've Sioux Falls is kind of it.
Yeah.
Madison last year, we went up and beat up on Dakota State.
I have been to Mount Rushmore.
I've not. Well, I think I was when I was just a pup.
Yeah.
A long time ago. But I'm looking forward to just the idea of us being in the GPAC now and not having these grinding road trips.
We should just put a little pause in there. I don't want to confuse some of our listening audience. When I said I have been to Mount Rushmore, preceded by had never been to Yankton. Those are not by each other whatsoever.
No, they're
at
in
all.
like opposite
ends of the
sides
state.
Yeah.
So just FYI, they're not close. Don't load the kids in the station wagon and be like, well, we're going to go out and watch a football game, and then we'll check out.
Yeah.
We'll go see one of America's finest memorials.
You're closer to the Corn Palace.
Right. You're way closer to Mitchell. Yeah.
Well, for sure. But then, it just reeks of disappointment. Mm-hmm. And we'll get into Mitchell here.
When we get there. We have time. We have time to pick on Mitchell.
We are going to get
after time to corn pick
time.
Mitchell.
Yeah, exactly. That Corn Palace is going to exactly.
Anyway, yeah, that's something. They got some historical markers in Yankton you might want to know about, Andy, because
I do.
You like to know about these type of things.
Yeah, some place to visit.
Yeah, well, let's see. If you care about where the first building was, at Yankton.
In Yankton.
Yeah,
it was
that
probably
was
a fort.
Nah, just a regular build. I don't know. Right now it's nothing.
Log cabin.
But it's at Mulberry and East 3rd. I don't know what it says. This is a dumb thing. There is a Veterans Memorial, though. USS, and that's at West 3rd and Broadway. USS Scorpion Historical Marker. What's the USS Scorpion?
Ooh, wow. Probably a land schooner.
Is it a...
I have no idea. Don't look at me like I'm supposed to.
Well, you just know everything.
Well, yeah, and make it up if I don't know. But
USS Scorpion was a skipjack-class nuclear-powered submarine that served in the United States Navy.
And it patrolled the Missouri River.
It was the sixth name. That was the sixth vessel and the second submarine to carry that name. Okay, listen. If you're in the Navy and you're on a boat or a submarine particularly, I would think that if you knew that this was the sixth time that this particular thing has been given a name, what happened to the other five?
Ooh, tough.
I don't know.
Things, yeah. Been through some things.
Yeah.
I had a vendor one time that he was
it was lost on May 27th, 1968.
Well, that's not good.
It's one of two nuclear... Hold on a second. This is getting opened up. One of two nuclear submarines that the United States Navy has lost. What? The other one was called the USS Thresher. I wonder where
I know the
memorial is.
Thresher.
You do?
Well, the Thresher went down after it left the Mediterranean, and it's way down there. They lost all the sailors aboard that. But we had a vendor one time that he was a submariner when he was in the United States Navy, and I said, "How was that?" He said, "It was great." He said, 104 guys go out and 52 couples come back.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know if that's right.
Yeah,
sorry, Navy guys, but that was a bad year. It went down in 1968. I love how
Southeast Asia?
like Wikipedia. Some sailors writing this, like some Navy historian,
Of course.
in mom's basement, and he's like writing the Wikipedia article, and he says she is one of two nuclear submarines. I don't know why he's got that accent, but she is one of, that's what they call them, girls. She's one of the two nuclear submarines that the U.S. Navy lost, the other being the Thresher, and one of four submarine disappearances in 1968. Bad year for submarines.
Yeah.
I think that's height of the Cold War stuff. I think that they're playing cat and mouse, and they're getting in trouble out there in the ocean. They're all lost in the North Atlantic. Who were the other three? I know you were going to ask. The Israelis lost one, the French lost one, and the Soviets lost one.
So how do you bring that up? So how's it going, Admiral? Hey, yeah. It seems you'll laugh about this later, Mr. President, but
how's my favorite submarine do it? Fun thing about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We lost it.
May of 68. Johnson's still president. He probably doesn't care at that point.
No, absolutely not. He was mired down in the Vietnam War,
and not running.
No, he would not seek, nor would he accept the nomination.
Yeah,
from my party.
He was running against. Well, so it'd be RFK was pretty busy at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Sirhan out in California ended that run.
You just get so much history from this show.
It's really
I had no idea. I wonder what. Anyway, so that's the Scorpion.
And what in the Mount Marty does that have to do with anything?
Yeah,
Yankton.
Does it?
Oh, that's all it is. Yankton, man.
Yeah, Yankers.
It's a history show.
She was
buckle in.
Yeah, the daughter of last commander. I don't know.
We've kind of gone down that rabbit hole.
Sorry.
What else is there to see? Historical landmarks here in the greater Yankton area.
All right. Well,
got to be something with the Sioux Nation. I would imagine.
No mention.
Of course not.
Dang, man.
I'm just kidding. No, I mean, there probably are. It's just that Chamber of Commerce Visit Yankton isn't highlighting them in the list that I have immediately in front of me right now.
If we really would have dug in prior to this,
I mean, that's a huge part of the history, like you said. I mean, that was the
Dakota
the
territory.
capital out
yeah,
there.
it was really that first outpost that
Yeah.
a lot of the a lot of those that were venturing west went through, and of course the Missouri was kind of the highway right through there.
Yeah.
With Lewis and Clark and all that, and I suppose John and Meriwether decided to stop. Was it John Lewis and Meriwether Clark? Is that their names? I thought one
Meriwether Lewis.
Meriwether Lewis. That's
John Clark.
okay. Is it John?
Let's just say it is.
Okay.
For today, it can be.
Yeah, exactly.
Say it with conviction.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, act like you've been here before, boys.
Yeah, come on.
Let's do this.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. Let's see what the attractions are.
Well, it's going to be like the
I
cathedral.
see the Econo Lodge there.
The
Econo Lodge is one of their attractions.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
nice.
These are all just members of the Chamber of Commerce, so they're all attractions in their part.
You check into the Econo Lodge, you're getting two double beds and a bathroom.
Bang.
Yeah, ice is $1 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Buck a piece.
Well,
There is a casino, of course. Yeah, the Ohio Casino and Resort. So that's going to bring some of our fans.
oh, sure.
They like the
Yeah,
They like.
might
the
get my
casino.
mom out there for that.
Yep.
She likes
There's another pizza place called Mojo's.
Mm.
Riverboat Days is a thing, but like you said, not when
There's
we're
not
there.
a lot of information because I don't think they've have it. I mean, it's the third weekend in August. And,
Yeah.
that's obviously way before we get there.
Right.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the merriment will still be continuing from that third weekend in August when we get out there in September.
Yeah, and you said Yankton College.
It was a thing. There was Yankton College. It's defunct now. It's the federal prison camp at Yankton. Yeah,
With 600 campers.
yeah, absolutely. Do you suppose they do the old "Good morning, campers"?
Oh, it'd be great if they did.
All right, today will be corporal punishment at 8:00.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Like do they still call it Yankton College?
No, it's not Yankton. It's gone in 1984.
I mean,
Done.
look, Yankton College is the first one that college, right? Hold on, let me show you what's going on here.
I don't care to know.
Well, there's the 2023-24
truth
Yankton
is what I
College
suppose.
Scholarship.
You're gonna know.
Oh, wait, maybe they're just the
They're
Yankton
just
College Scholarship
scholarship,
is
yeah.
this. Oh, they're just giving money for kids to go to college somewhere.
Well, when they
So
sold
they don't go to camp.
So when they sold it to the federal government, they probably had some proceeds like, let's
Right.
just do a scholarship.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have some nice buildings, it looks like.
At the prison camp?
You can still get your records there.
At the prison camp.
I don't know. It's just Yankton College is one of the members of the thing. And
So you show up and do the old,
if you didn't know that it was a prison, it's
You
been about
walk in.
40 years since I've been here. Let's go see how things have
If
changed.
you see a lot of bars, just
I was like, oh, the kids look about as happy as they were when I was here. You guys need me to sneak in some stuff? They're like, yeah, we actually do.
Can I get my transcripts?
Yeah, get my transcripts. I brought you a cake.
still owe a bill here. Need to pay.
Is there?
Oh, yeah, your tuition. Do you suppose they have like
Yeah,
alumni gatherings?
that's what I'm wondering.
Oh,
That would be
man.
something.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, it'd be even weird for
Probably not at the camp, though.
yeah, probably like class 86 probably doesn't have a lot of people show up. I ain't going
No.
back there.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Ain't going
changed.
back
A lot
there.
has changed.
Making big uns into little uns. That's all they're doing.
Well, that's cool. There's a mead museum in Yankton, and you can stop by and visit that.
So General Mead or like the drink?
It was named after Dr. Leonard C. Mead. There's no
Oh.
E on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he was an architect.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't want a museum of architecture? I mean, seriously, what do you got to do with your time?
I don't know what he's.
Do you want to go to the
I don't know what's
architecture
in the museum. Oh,
Some of his drawings.
Pictures of buildings, yeah.
Exactly. That's what.
like kind of a cornucopia of stuff. There's
He
some
designed
American
the-
Indian culture there. There's Yankton Hospital.
Did Dr. Mead design the Econo Lodge?
Mm.
If
Maybe
he
that's
did,
the
if
draw.
he
Probably
did,
why it's
based on these
special.
pictures, that's the fanciest Econo Lodge you'll ever see. This is a
There's
very
got to be fancy
fancy.
Econo Lodges out there, like maybe down in Jamaica,
Yeah,
something like that. Could you imagine
we'll
that
dig into
you,
that.
you get down to Jamaica with your buddies and all that stuff? Like, man, we're going to have such a good time. Where are we staying? Well, I got the Econo Lodge for $68 a night.
Yeah.
They're definitely not going to sponsor us.
No, I think we're out with the Econo Lodge.
Yeah.
But we've got our own
We got
hotels
Cobblestone.
here. in
Hey, we
town.
got
Cobblestone, Forest
Boss's
City.
Chicken and Pizza.
That's
Yeah.
right. Well, we don't have that. Well, we did do maybe they oughta. We'll send some Warrior fans to Boss's. I see that there's some other pizza places, but not chicken and pizza.
So not the best. So
what-
claimed.
So next year, before, like next year starting in like early June, we go out to all the places we travel to and get a partnership with like a local, evening establishment. And it's like, we want this to be the Warrior Bar when we come to town.
Yeah.
If you guys got food, we can come in, have a meal.
Nobody has to know about it.
Oh no, we're telling everybody.
Everybody's
I
going to
mean,
know.
we'll talk about it here.
Oh,
but,
absolutely.
We're nothing but purple.
Yeah, but they're not going to know about it in Yankton.
Yeah, but then we just
Closed
create
for
that
private
So
event.
let's say we get Boss's Chicken and Pizza, and they're like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we go there this fall and have a great time, over tip. And every 2 years, we're going back to the same place. So eventually, they're flying a big old Waldorf flag.
That's what I'm talking about. Putting it up there.
Put the schedule in.
Right. Every 2 years. Like a weird version of cicadas. Like we roll into town.
Oh, yeah.
What do you hear
Make
that?
a lot of noise.
You hear that?
The Warriors are coming. Yeah.
Oh, you said that together. That was great.
Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
We're so smart.
Yeah. It's like we've been around each
so
other.
the truth is, we don't really know anything about Mount Marty football. They haven't been around very long.
2021, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were 0-9 or
know.
something
Yeah.
like that.
But they got to try to get. I mean, they're getting it going. Their coaches are paid just like we are. They're
Yeah.
not-
Yeah,
Trying to get it going.
again, you can't look past anybody
No.
in this conference. You
Right.
can't say, "Oh, we're playing Mount Marty." It's a home game for them,
Yeah.
folks. It's
Yeah.
it's our fourth game of the season, and
And Yankton
big
sounds like
school.
a fun trip, and they got a good
Big
student
school,
body.
So I'm sure they're gonna. Home games
Apparently
are
they
probably
have
fun.
some good academic standards.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that's good.
And there's check for Airbnbs along the river. I mean,
I bet
that would be fun.
Well, I know that there, and then even on the Lewis and Clark Lake too, that there's places out
part of
there
the
you
river.
can. Correct. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
part
sorry.
of the
Yeah,
river.
that's right.
Sorry.
There's a.
I don't know how if you know.
Damn
how,
it.
I don't know how if you know how the reservoirs work. Who put this damn thing here?
What was this?
Stop in the water.
It's like some very awkward walking away beavers who seem pretty guilty. Like, no.
I don't know if it's a
What's that beaver's last name?
Gavin.
I bet it's Brokaw.
Oh, Brokaw the beaver. Yeah. Well, I think we've done enough damage, at least to the psyche of Yankton, South Dakota, better known as the
Yankees.
Yankers. Where'd the R go?
Thought we were in sync.
He agrees that it's the Yankers.
Yeah, it's the Yankers.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
Andy says goes.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
there
yeah,
you
we've
go.
done a lot of damage to our Yanker brethren,
Right.
and then of course Mount Marty, the Lancers, or
Yeah.
used to be the Lancettes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we've done everything that we can do to that team, and so guys, bring it. We're going to be coming to your town, and we're going to be looking for a W, and we're going to look to ruin your, I don't know, your Catholic Heritage Day. I don't know what they do it doesn't have a theme game.
That's something special that we do that we do have.
Yeah, we have doo-doo special day.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know. They might. I mean, I think like they might have something going on out there. I tell you what, if they don't, we could start it like when they know when we're coming back in 2
I
years.
suppose when we beat them,
That's
that's
what you do, Andy. You
nuns
roll
are
up
gonna
there
hit
and
us.
put a list of your grievances on their door on their chapel and see
I'm
how
gonna do
that
that.
rolls.
95 of them.
Over. What if you can only? It's like, listen, I could only come up with 9,
Exactly.
but you get the idea.
I think we just duplicate exactly what Martin Luther did. Just roll it up there.
Roll up there in a monk outfit, pound it on the door,
Oh.
and then walk away and
Just
drink
have
2
that
gallons
ring
of
of
beer.
hair. Just a ring of hair right
Oh,
around
man.
the edge. That'd look good.
Oh man.
Yeah, that'd look real good.
Now we're getting deep.
Yeah. Well, folks, I think we've done enough to Mount Marty
Yeah.
and Yankton.
I look forward to seeing them.
Absolutely.
Be a fun game.
Yeah,
It's going to be great. We're going to love it. We encourage everybody that's within the sound of this broadcast to take a trip to Yankton, South Dakota. That what is it, the third week in September?
Yep.
roll on out there down
Yeah.
I-90.
Yeah, nice long weekend, beautiful drive. You get to go through Sioux Falls, which is a wonderful city.
It's usually I-90 is
It's a good drive.
pretty straight.
Easy drive.
It's a good drive. Absolutely. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here at the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. Thanks so much for taking some time out of your day to listen to us. And Bill, sorry about messing up when you had the Fly Knowlton play. My most sincere apologies. So, I want to thank Coach Chapa for taking some time.
And
Yeah.
happy Father's Day to
that's right.
you and
Yep.
All the fathers.
all the fathers.
My dad. My
All the
stepdad.
fathers out
Yep.
there,
Yeah,
you
everybody.
playing that game of football is usually influenced by some great dads, and so for all of our players, this comes out that it's going to be Father's Day this weekend, and so happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all those great dads out there. Well, that's it for this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. For Troy Thompson, this is Andy Buffington, and forever and always, go Warriors. You can join the Waldorf Gridiron Club and be part of the best small college football experience in America.
Just visit our website and pick your membership level. Find us and everything Waldorf Gridiron Club related, including professional photos, at waldorfgridironclub.org.
You can also click on the Support the Show link in the show notes to donate.
And you can even use the United States Postal Service by sending your check to the Waldorf Gridiron Club, P.O. Box 125, Forest City, Iowa, 50436.
It's tax exempt, hassle free, and has a level for every budget.
That's right. Anyone can join, even our rivals.
Show your colors. Join the Gridiron Club today.
Get it?
Got it. Fantastic.
The Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast is hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson. Produced by Sunnyside Farm Studios in beautiful rural Forest City, Iowa. Platformed by Buzzsprout and music by Soundstripe. The Waldorf Gridiron Club is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to the student athletes of the Waldorf University football program. Our mission is to assist the program in maintaining the best small college football experience in America.